Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-8, it's the Tier 6 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the command of beatasianoobs. And yes, he's new to the channel. He's sent us in a replay and hoped that we could actually do it as a video for him. Game on! This is the Arty that was based on the T-28 medium tank. Now, that Soviet tank did serve for quite some years, but obviously it was a bit outdated, and a lot of them were defunct by the time that the Second World War came to Russia, or the Patriotic War as they call it. And he's doing the right thing. He's aiming straight for the spotting bush for his first shot, because you never know, there might be somebody in there. Instead, he's actually chosen to go for a tank that's actually in his sight, an SU-100M1. Now, he might not have as much success with this one, because the guy is actually hiding behind the rock, which makes it very difficult to get a shot on him. And instead, he's chosen to go for a Type 62 up above the lake. And now he's changed his aim again. A lot of aim changing here. He goes for the M6 with a fine shot. Doesn't get it, but he does get some stun. In fact, it looks like he did pick up some splash there. Yep, the guy's missing 90 hit points, so I think that's what he's earned from that one. Now, he's almost reloaded, and it looks like he's gonna... Well, no, he changed his mind on the Tiger P. I can see a lot of indecision going on here. That's not good, because you only have a limited number of rounds in its Arty, only 26, so you have to make the best use of them, and ideally you want to hit targets that you can do serious damage to. Well, no direct hit there, so we'll just have to wait and see if that generated anything. It's a 152mm howitzer capable of 550 alpha, 38mm pen with a 6.7 meters burst radius. Ever since the M44 was so catastrophically nerfed by wargaming, this has become the go-to Arty for a lot of players, simply because it's got such a fast fire rate, almost as fast as the M44 used to be. That's better. That was a good shot, 92 hit points, and he tracked the guy, so he got damage assist. And he's getting more damage assist, and the guy's gone down. So that was a really good shot. That yielded 561 assists out of that game, out of that shot. Okay, so he's making up for the lost time, and now he's getting damage. You notice he's actually carrying a couple of the non-stun HE with 650 alpha, 48mm PEM. Now, ideally, if you want to get a high ranking, you should be using the stun HE to get the assist. M6 keeps pushing forwards and then reversing back. Oh, that's a direct hit. 211 hit points. That's a good shot. And he's relocating to avoid counter battery. Okay, yes, he did knock the tree down. You shouldn't stay near a tree that's fallen, because they might try to aim for the tree itself, and if they do, you might get hit. Okay, thinking about the M6 or the KB3, he does get some stun on the M6, and it looks like he tracked him as well. He's marked the M6 as target, or at least somebody's marked it as target. That's where the arrow appears. Normally to do that, you just put your reticule over the target, press the T key. That tells people in chat as well that that's what you're aiming for. And that's helpful, because if your teammates know that you're going for a specific tank, they might try to track that tank so they can get the damage assist, because if they do track it and then you hit it, every bit of damage you do, they get the benefit of. Another direct hit right into the side. That was a good shot on the M6. 215 hit points. He's getting into his rhythm now. Now, he can't get a shot on the KB3. He's going back to that M6 again. Of course, that guy's got a 90mm gun, but he could come out in this shot. And he does. He's got his first kill. Okay, backed up. Change position slightly. Okay, he's looking at his targets. Okay, this 44-1, that would be a good target. It's a heavy tank. Check heavy tank. Oh, we've got a bit of a rescue balloon there. You've got to watch out with the SU-8 because it's got a very narrow arc of fire. Only 17 degrees. You've got 12 degrees to the right and 5 degrees to the left. It's just the way the gun was oriented, so you can't get shots. You can get a rescue balloon. Suddenly, to move the vehicle, it has to move the entire vehicle, and then you have to dial in again. This 44-1 is making a very good target. He keeps changing, saying, could I get a better target elsewhere? Rounds out in the Viz 44-1, and you get splashed for 164. So at least he got something from that one. Now it would be a good idea for him to actually hit the KB3 and the OI behind him rather. Just let it settle. That's it. Rounds out. Yes, that was a good shot. It actually did hit the rear of the vehicle, but it's tracked him, stunned him rather, and he is taking fire now, so you're getting stun assist. Always a good idea to try and hit tanks that are stunned, and if your teammates know that you're aiming for it, then they will probably try to hit it, get the assist. Oh, that's another one, 168. Now he's using the extra HE, or rather the HE without stun at the moment, to try and do damage to this KB3. Almost loaded. Rounds out. Went wrong. The standard reload for this RT, 19.65 seconds. And I think beatasianoobs has actually got it down to about 17.01. That guy's going to stop behind the wreck, so aim for just ahead of the wreck, and oh, lovely shot. Another kill. Takes the gun out of the game. Provides the Viz 44-1 with 2 wrecks that he can sit behind, but unfortunately our teammates aren't, they're not following the targets as we thought they might. Gets a hit into the OI. What I mean by that is that that Viz 44-1 didn't get tracked by our teammates when he was trying to get out of the line of fire. Oh, that was a good shot. You can see where it landed on the flat part on the roof next to the turret. And another direct hit. If they had managed to track the Viz 44-1, or at least to disable it, then it might have given beatasianoobs a chance to get some damage. Okay, well, he's actually turned now to the south because there's a bunch of enemy tanks near our cap area, including an SU-100M1 who looks like he just got hit. He's been tracked. Let it settle. That's it. Rounds out. Direct hit. Good shot. 223 off that one. That was valuable. Now, we're only one down on the enemy at the moment, but the worry is that the enemy is getting close to our cap area. Okay, going back to the OI, but look how big the reticule is. I wouldn't fire whilst you're that big, because otherwise it's going to be a wasted shot. I don't think they can see the Viz 44-1, which means he's down in the dip. He's actually gone over the edge of the cliff, and he's hiding behind the rocks in a defilade, so you can't actually get a shot from there. But we've got a Panther M10 turned up near our cap area. Now, I wouldn't try to shoot him over the rock because you're more than likely going to hit the rock itself. But he has gone down. He was taken out by our T-34 constructor. Oh, that's a good shot on the AMX-12 ton. It tracked him. Unfortunately, none of our teammates were able to get a shot on that guy. But the SU-100M1 is backing up. You can see how much damage he's taken. Now he's trying to get a good shot. Lined up. Rounds out. Kill shot. 3 kills now. He's certainly racking up the damage. Now we're 2 up on the enemy now, so it has changed. We were 1 behind, now we're 2 up. I think it's down to the carelessness by the enemy team by trying to get too close to the cap area, and they just didn't have enough support to take down the tanks that were on the hill. Now we still can't see that Viz 44-1, but I think that he's actually a lot closer to the Challenger. The Challenger's sitting behind the ruined church, but I think that Viz 44-1 is in the dip underneath the cliff. And we're looking down to the south to see the AMX 12 ton. Our AMX 12 ton's going a quick scouting run to see if he can spot him. Of course, that is his job. Light tanks are supposed to find the enemy so that we can then do the damage to them. It's the only light tank we've got. In fact, it's the only light tank the enemy's got, their MX 12 ton. As far as we can tell, he's actually healthier. Well, he fired there and quickly moved straight away without even bothering to see if he actually did hit something. And you know we disapprove of that, so we'll have to rerun that to actually see, did he actually hit something? Okay, you can see him there. Aiming for the bush. He thinks that the enemy's in that bush. He fires the round in. It did hit the bush, but there was nothing there. He's changed position. Always useful picking up information like that, because if you did hit something... Oh, now we know where he is. Oh, that's our AMX 12 ton. Our AMX, not theirs. I thought for a second that was the enemy. Okay, enemy tank has been spotted. The VK3002M Panther prototype. No clean shot there. Challengers going up the hill to try and find the OI. Now, I have a suspicion that the enemy tanks on the hill have actually retreated back down the other side. They decided they couldn't make a move down this side, but I still think the VK, or the Viz 44-1 rather, not the VK, is actually just in the dip of the hill, because I think he went over the edge, and the only way he can retreat is by coming back underneath the cliff edge, and if he does do that, he's likely to get spotted. T-34-100, the constructor with the 100mm gun. He's occupied a position on the lookout spot. Now, he should have pretty good visibility to see exactly where the enemy tanks are. The Challenger hasn't found anyone up the hill. The VK did look out over the edge just in case that Viz was there. So the Viz did move. He has moved. Didn't get spotted. There's the AMX 12 ton. Retreated back to the other side. And he dies very, very quickly to that 100mm gun. There's the OI. He came down the cliff the other side. Line up the shot. Rounds out. Looks good. It's a direct hit. 202. Okay, we've also got their box tank, the SU-100Y, 13cm main gun. Well, the VK3002M went down to our T-34-100 from a fair distance away, but the enemy Arty is now starting to fire at our guys. There's the box tank, rounds out, and backs into the shell. Only 75 hit points from splash, and he did get one shot on one of our teammates. But now he's taking fire. We did get the stun assist. 2-minute warning. This one's going down to the wire. 4 enemies left. Now everyone's closing in on that side of the map. And there's the Viz 44-1. He's finally got spotted. He managed to retreat without getting found. But he's now going to go down. Rounds out. Oh, that was a... Yes, I think that was an ammo rack. It sounded like one. Now we've got the box tank. He's tracked. He's taking fire. We're waiting for the reload to complete. It has completed, but or is completing, but the tank is down. That means there's only one enemy left. It's the OI. And there he is. He's been spotted. Rounds out. On target. Direct hit wipes him out. So that's a game-winning shot. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first ace tanker for Beat Asia Noobs in the SU-8. Congratulations! You can tell it's the first one because it's got the scrolls underneath. You only get that the first time, so well done on getting it. He also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills in the game. He got 4 exactly, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he managed to get 12. And he also got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. He started off with a slow game, but he actually speeded up and he got direct hits and kills after that. 5,262, which is super unicum and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the T-34-100. Got a high caliber for 3,171 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to Beat Asian Noobs, who managed to get 2,474 hit points. And in third place, we've got the Viz-44-1 on the enemy team. 1,681 hit points of damage went to him. When it came to kills, it was Beat Asian Noobs got the highest with 4 kills. 3 kills went to the T-34-100, the box tank on our team. And 2 kills went to the T-34-85 on our team. And on the enemy team, their KB3 and their M44. And in fact, only 5 players on the enemy team actually managed to get a kill in that game, although they did rack up a fair amount of damage between them. When it came to base XP, he's actually in third place on this one because the AMX 12-ton managed 1,168 base. Of course, he got a patrol duty and scout for finding most of the enemy. In fact, he went all the way as far as that spotting bush on the south side of the field. And there wasn't any enemy there. So actually, you can say that Beat Asian Noobs did save himself a round by not firing at that spotting bush. So actually, he did do a good job, and he got a lot of spotting out of that one. You can see here it's actually coming up 3,867 hit points of spotting assist. And yes, the patrol duty being the only one spotting 6 tanks whilst other people were damaging them. And also a scout medal for detecting 9 enemy tanks in the game. So he did do a good job, and he was alive at the end of the game as well. You can say at least that. In second place on XP, it was that T-34-100 who got the high caliber 1,166, only 2 XP lower than the AMX 12-ton. And in third place, the last one to get over 1,000 base was Beat Asian Noobs in the SU-8, who managed to get the Gauze medal and, of course, the kills. And yes, so 3 players did exceptionally well in that game, all getting over 1,000 base. When it came to details, we can see that he fired 24 rounds. He only had 2 rounds left at the end of the game. Yes, it's a shame that this Arty doesn't carry more ammunition. Only 26 rounds. You'd think that it could actually carry more. A bit like the bad decision for Wargaming to only allow the M12 20 rounds or the Top Gun Hummel to only carry 18. So he managed to get 13 direct hits in that game. 13 directs, that's very good. 22 splashes, damage of 2,474 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 80 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did 561 hit points of damage assistance, plus 847 hit points of stun assist of 17 stuns. So that's where he earned the ace tanker. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a loss overall of 4,657, but that's mainly down to consumables because he did have to pay the full price on that. And you do need the consumables to speed up the reload, improve the aim, but it's much, much better to buy them when they're half price, when they're on offer. And then you don't actually have to pay for them later on during the game because, of course, it never appears in that column. It does make your figures look better, even though, well, you're only paying half price for the consumables. He also managed to get 2,328 XP as well. But the best thing about that game was the fact that he did get his first ace tanker. He's broken his dark, and now I expect he'll probably be getting a lot more, as well as marking this RT to get it 3 marks on it. It is one of the better RTs actually in the game now that the M44 has been completely neutered, castrated, you might say, by Wargaming by doing what he did. Yes, okay, the M44 is still played by a lot of players, mainly down to the fact it is the M44 and it does have very good characteristics, including that very wide arc of fire. But the problem is really that it just doesn't have the fire rate. If you want to get some significant damage on the enemy, you need an Arty that can quickly reload and fire again very, very shortly after the last shot. And of course, the SU-8 does have that quick dial in on the target, mainly down to the fact that it is a Soviet Arty, and Soviet Arties with a narrow arc of fire do dial in much quicker as compensation. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.